Welcome to This Explainer. Today we are unpacking a truly life-altering perspective from the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. We're going to dive right into why constantly forgiving disrespectful behavior, something society often tells us makes us good people, is actually a direct path to self-destruction. So let's explore the 7 acts of disrespect you absolutely must never forgive if you want to preserve your personal power.
So, do you forgive a little too easily? Just imagine being someone who is constantly taken advantage of. You help people, you silently bear their insults, brush off their harsh words, and you just repeatedly forgive those who step all over your limits. And you do this because, well, you think it's the right thing to do, right? But here's the catch. While you're quietly enduring everything, handing out second and third chances, the people around you are learning a very dangerous lesson. They're learning that you have absolutely no boundaries.
Part 1. The conflict of forgiveness versus self-respect.
We often confuse relentless forgiveness with goodness. But Nietzsche? He believed that a person's true strength isn't measured by physical power, but by how fiercely they protect their own value. The person who easily accepts disrespect slowly loses their most valuable possession, their dignity. When you just accept bad behavior without a fight, you're slowly bleeding out your self-worth. You really have to establish the rules of your own existence. Because trust me, if you don't, the world is going to happily establish them for you.
Moving on to Part 2, lies and public insults. Let's look at truth-telling versus deliberate lying. Now, everyone makes mistakes, we all know that. But deliberate lying, that is entirely different. Nietzsche viewed truth-telling as a profound act of courage. So by that logic, a deliberate lie is an act of sheer cowardice. When someone looks you dead in the eye and chooses to lie, it isn't just a simple misstep. It silently tells you that they believe you aren't worthy of the truth. It's a complete insult to your intelligence. And if you forgive this easily, you are literally teaching them that your respect doesn't have to be earned.
This brings us to the second boundary violation, public belittling. We have all seen this happen, right? Someone insults you in front of a group and then tries to wrap it up as a joke. But make no mistake, public belittling is a calculated power game to make you appear weak. They want to look strong by taking you down a notch in front of everyone. And if you just laugh along to avoid conflict, well, you're basically giving them silent permission to keep doing it. A truly strong person never lets others determine their value in public. Honestly, your respect starts with how you respond in that exact moment of disrespect.
Section 3. Boundary violations and exploitation. The third and fourth acts of disrespect occur when people completely ignore your boundaries. Look for the signs: invading your personal space, claiming all your time, making decisions for you, and, most tellingly, completely ignoring your no. People will continuously push your limits just to see exactly what they can get away with. It's like a game to them. If you don't fiercely defend your personal space, your time, and your right to say no, well, nobody else is going to do it for you.
Let's contrast kindness and goodness with exploitation and weakness. Goodness is a core inner strength, but malicious opportunists will treat your empathy as a weakness. We all know these emotional vampires, right? They look at your generosity like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. They want your time, your energy, your sacrifices. But the second you actually need them, poof, they completely vanish. It's almost comical how obsessed our society is with being nice that we tolerate this one-sided drain. Let me tell you, sometimes simply saying no is absolutely the most powerful way to protect your energy. Moving deeper, Section 4, being an option and invalidating feelings.
So let's define emotional manipulation. This is act number 5, and it's incredibly insidious. You express your pain, and they hit you with, "Oh, you're just overthinking," or "You're way too sensitive." It might sound harmless on the surface, but it's toxic. Constantly minimizing someone's feelings causes them to doubt their own emotional reality. Nietzsche believed that human emotions are a vital expression of your willpower and your existence. When someone repeatedly mocks or minimizes your feelings, they are attacking your very existence. Never, ever let anyone convince you that your emotions are just a weakness.
Act number 6 is being treated as an option. You know the type, people who only reach out when they're bored or when their better plans fall through? They treat you as a mere backup. A person who knows their true value never accepts this. If they don't value your presence, let your stark absence be your language of dignity. You really don't need to force your worth on anyone. Just walk away.
Finally, Section 5, broken trust, the biggest blow. This brings us to the 7th and absolutely most devastating disrespectful act. Consider the brutal asymmetry of trust. It takes years of loyalty and consistency to build genuine trust, right? Yet it takes mere seconds of careless betrayal to completely shatter it. And the hardest truth of all,
that damage lasts forever. It's an irreversible change inside. It changes who you are from the inside out. A relationship with shattered trust can almost never return to its original state.
So why exactly is broken trust unforgivable? Well, because of what it proves. Nietzsche viewed loyalty as a hallmark of the truly strong. When someone breaks your trust, it shows that your feelings hold no value. It destroys relationship foundations, and it proves they just don't honor commitments. If you keep forgiving this, you're sending a dangerous message that they can hurt you with zero consequences. Keeping someone around who actively destroys your trust, that is an act of sheer self-destruction.
Section 6. The New Path of Self-Respect.
This entire philosophical journey brings us to an ultimate, empowering realization about how we navigate our relationships. Forgiving everything is not wisdom, it is self-destruction. That's the core takeaway here. The world will only respect you as much as you respect yourself. Setting firm boundaries is how you demand that respect. The very moment you firmly reject these acts of disrespect is the moment people actually begin to value you.
So as you reflect on the people in your life, your friends, colleagues, partners, ask yourself one final question. Is your dignity for sale? Are you going to continue to accept silent disrespect just to keep the peace? Or will you show the world today that your dignity is absolutely not for sale? Draw that line in the sand. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go out there and reclaim your personal power.